Hey there everybody, how are you today? Welcome back to my channel. I'm doing something a little different today. Usually I'm doing scrapbooking goodies, but today I decided that I wanted to work with some miniatures. And I just so happened to find a punch that I've been looking for forever. I've got glue on my fingers. I put this punch away a couple years ago and it was never to be seen again. So it has survived a couple moves and I finally found it, and I'm so excited because I have to be buying all my miniature silverware because I haven't been able to find my punch. Now that I found this punch again, I don't even know the name of it. I don't know what brand this is. It doesn't even have a brand name on it. I don't know. I bought it at a Michael's store a long time ago, probably 10 years ago or something. It was a long time ago. And I put it aside and I made some silverware at one time with it and I packed it away and I haven't seen it since. So I was making some silverware today. Now, earlier today I cut some out of cardstock and did 3 layers of it and I really liked it. But I ended up finding some foil paper and some glitter paper, and these are cardstock. They're pretty heavy, and this is really thick stuff. It's really hard to go through, and I was really worried about this glitter paper actually dulling my punch. So I'm not sure. I'll probably stick with just the plain cardstock, maybe black, and I'll paint it silver or something. I haven't quite decided, but I did punch out this amount anyway to get me started on what I needed them for. And I thought, well, we'll glue a couple of them together and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with these. So what I did is after I punched them out, I haven't actually shaped these or anything. I took the glue and I'm actually gluing 2 together because we actually need it to be a lot thicker than what it is. So I thought, well, I'll leave a couple, oh, this is a silver. I'll leave a couple separated and we'll glue them together on camera here. And I'm always making miniatures, even though I do a lot of paper scrapbooking stuff, but I do a lot of miniatures in my own spare time just because I like to do them. It relaxes me. But I wanted to make these out of paper and not clay. So I'm really happy I did find my punch after it being missing for so long. It could be a Marvy punch maybe, or maybe it's memory keepers, paper shapers. It's something, I know, because I bought quite a few punches, but I'm not quite sure which one that was. Oh, but I'm hoping that these all glue well. So I thought I would try them out here. And I want to make some little plates of food later with clay, and I have some little plastic plates that I want to paint. So I thought I need some silverware to go with them. So I was molding some of these, and I kind of went off camera a little bit. So I put on a darker paper here, and I'm hoping that we can see a little easier with it. And I'm going to continue molding these little bowls of the spoon. And I'm just kind of pushing down and crushing that paper to give it a little bit of a motion there. And then I'm just taking and I'm bending it up a little bit, just so that little spoon sits up. And I'm doing the same with those forks. I kind of don't like the glitter spoons. I'm hoping that in the end they'll turn out okay. I'm going to give that fork a little bit of a pushing down there and a little definition right there. And then I'll bend it up. With this glitter cardstock though, you can't really see all the indents on the spoon or the fork. And that's okay too. It doesn't really matter if it's not really showing up perfectly. So I don't mind that at all. it'll show up a little more on the gold. They're maybe not as defined, but maybe if I can maybe antique them a little bit with some paint, it may, or with the marker, it may make some of the design show up a little better because the little ridges in it will show up with a different color. So we'll see if I can dull out this gold after. See how they kind of lay flat? So what I'm doing is I'm just taking my fingernail, and this is really, like, this cardstock is really heavy. So I might bend the top up a little bit too, I think. I kind of like the way that kind of little bit of a bend right there. It'll make that spoon maybe sit up. And I'll take a pen and go around the edges with a gold pen after too. Let's see about the little silver forks. Yeah, they're not too bad. I hope you can even, oh, I ripped that, I think. I hope you can see that even on the paper. I'm not sure if you can even see that. They're pretty small, you know. It's pretty hard to see things that are so small like that when you're crafting them, but maybe you can zoom in as I'm working on it. And then this little forks, I'm just putting a little indent right here. That'll be kind of where the fork bends, and I'm making a little line here to kind of be a design. And then I'm indenting the right here. And then I'm giving it a little bend here and here. There we go. So when they're sitting in a plate, like a little plate of pie or something, they're actually going to sit up a little bit. Or if they're sitting in a drink, in a little resin drink or something, they're going to sit up a little bit. But I'm going to paint this edge so that you can't see that there's white paper there. Try and hide it to the best of my ability. Maybe I won't be able to. I'm not quite sure. But I'll try. It kind of looks cute on the knife too. Maybe I should be leaving this undecorated and decorating this side instead. I don't know. We can try that. That's okay too. It still looks like a little butter knife, which is really cute. Those were actually really hard to punch because I was punching one way and then I had to go and punch the reverse way. And it made it really difficult to do because I think the punch will dull out. I think I was telling you that before. Yeah, and I don't really want to ruin the punch now that I finally found it again. So I'll probably do the rest of these in cardstock eventually. I just won't even use this foil. It's pretty heavy. There's that one. Let's see, a little silver knife here. I don't even think that the detail will show up on a silver knife. I really don't. So I'm going to have to trim this too. I can see a little bit of the cardstock overlapping. So that's kind of not what the effect I wanted there, but I guess I didn't maneuver it around enough when it was drying. It probably dried too fast on me. This is okay though, these ones. I'm not partial to the glitter. I think the glitter is just way too glittery. I wish that I had had the silver foil cardstock. I thought I did, but I guess I don't. But boy, if I had had silver foil, that would have been wonderful. That would have been exactly what I wanted to use. But I'm just going to use up what I could find. That was in my craft stash. So, and this is all I had. So, I'll flip that over because you'll be able to see that on the knife. And I'll do this one. So I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to go finish off all of these. I sure hope that they're in the camera this time. Yeah, they are. I think I'm going to finish the rest of these off, molding them here. And then I will give you an up-close peek at what they look like in the end. And then maybe later on sometime I can show you a picture of them after they've all been resined. And you can see how durable they... Hey, this one doesn't have one on the back side. Huh. I must have missed one. Where'd he go? Where's the partner for that? I don't even know. I must have been missing one piece, one half. But that's okay. But who knew how much fun you could have with one of these little punches that look like forks and knives and spoons? Anyway, you take care. And I'll be back again when I'm all done with all this. Alrighty? Bye-bye.